Hey everybody. So today I wanted to get real about relationships and more importantly, signs that you're being a conditional lover. As I was guilty of that myself in certain areas. And I felt the need to share this because I thought a lot of people could be feeling the same way. So oftentimes we blame our partners for how we feel, or we don't accept certain aspects or actions that they're doing because we're not ready to accept a part of ourselves. We're not ready to face that part of ourselves. So in turn, we say that, you need to do this for me to love you. I need you to be this way so I can feel good. And it's the same thing when we need something from our outer reality. We need them to be a certain way. We need them to do something or give us something. It's not a need, it's a want. It's signaling a need within ourselves that we need to fill. That we need this part of ourselves that needs to be heard and realized and loved. Because in the universe, we always get what we need before we get what we want. And what that really means is we have to feel that part of ourselves internally before we can experience it externally. Our outer reality is just a reflection of our inner reality. That's what it says. That's what it comes down to. So if you want to feel any kind of way with your partner and you see all these things that need to change for you to be happy, that's a sign right there of something that you are not accepting within yourself. And it's a gift, because it's giving you the gift of choice. Because you've been stuck in this limited version, this limited perspective with these beliefs that are limiting you, contradicting that you are the creator of your reality. And it's a gift to realize those and choose differently. But in order to get that choice, that freedom, you have to accept it as it is first. And that's hard sometimes because accepting it, our ego and our mind tell us it's not safe. And to blame them and to separate and to not love. Because our ego always divides. It sees the other person as the enemy. So whenever you blame, whenever you want to detach and all that, that's a sign right there. That's a red flag that you're being conditional. That you're operating from your lower self, meaning that you're not being your authentic self. And that's all emotions tell us. Emotions are not telling you that you're in danger. Not all the time, at least. Being chased by a bear, good thing. Yeah. But emotions, we often feel unsafe feeling our emotions because they feel bad. And the only reason why it feels like that is because it's a signal. It's alerting you that you have a thought or belief that isn't in alignment with who you really are. It's not empowering you. It may have kept you safe up until now, but now it doesn't feel good. It's not meant to be like that. It's not meant to be within you anymore. It's just energy that wants to leave you from the past. Just like when you eat some food that doesn't agree with you, what happens? You want to shit your pants, right? The same thing applies when you have old energy, old beliefs, emotions from the past that you weren't ready to feel inside you. Your body starts to reject them, and if the energy wants to move out, but the more that you attach to those feelings and the more you avoid feeling them, they can't move. And that keeps you in that place of not being able to accept those in your life, experiences in your life. So Even in my relationship, I found myself like being so triggered by certain things, and it's like it was so uncomfortable, and I couldn't stand one more second of it at times. But that feeling that I was feeling was that part of me that I wasn't accepting, that I wasn't facing and holding on to and avoiding. And it was a part of me that felt like she wasn't worthy of being fully accepted. A part of me that felt just it wasn't safe to be herself. And I know that stemmed partly from, being in the closet and gay for most of my childhood, into my early 20s. And just holding on to versions of love that were passed down to me, ideas about love that were passed down to me that weren't aligned either, that didn't free me. So what happened is I wasn't willing to accept that, and so then I saw through those filters of needing acceptance, of lack of acceptance. I was seeing through that filter, that version of reality. So then I couldn't see all the things that my partner was doing and how she was loving me the whole time and accepting me in ways that, I couldn't do the same for her. And that was kind of a kick in the dick, not gonna lie. Being real honest with you guys. Because I feel authenticity is key. Being real with yourself and being real with others. And that's an area that really opened me up, like, wow. The key was within me all along. Shocker. Because that's always how it is. It always comes back to you. So some truths that are going to really help guide you when you're in that moment of being triggered, when you're in that moment where you want to blame and be the victim, is number one, you created it. You created that because it's your inner reality being pushed out. It is you and you. You can't be a victim and creator, so you got to choose one. You create your own reality means you created that. And that means you can create something else that's more aligned. But in order to do that, you have to accept it. And knowing that you created it and that you can create something different is a great way to learn how to accept it. And once you accept it, that's the key to choice. Because you can then observe it and be like, what's this telling me about myself right now? What part of me am I feeling that isn't aligned with me anymore? Because that emotion right there was telling you, that's not me. Oh wow, that negative emotion? Nope, that's not me then. Okay, wow, this isn't aligned with me. So get back in the body, get present, even just ask your higher self for a new perspective. Just by accepting it within yourself. Even just telling yourself, okay, I accept myself right now. I love myself as I am right now. I can allow this pain to be there and still love myself. And just sit and breathe. That's the best thing you can do in situations like that, is just walk away, just tell them, okay, I need to walk away and get a new perspective real quick, I'm going to come back. Instead of battling with them and releasing all this anger and then realizing it after. Choose differently. And just being aware of being triggered is a huge win. Awareness is change. That is the catalyst of change. And don't expect yourself to be perfect every time. Accept yourself as you are in that moment. And ask for a different perspective. It will come when you just breathe in your body, when you feel those emotions from more of the creator, the empowered version of yourself instead of the victim. You're choosing to feel those emotions and give them love. You're choosing to be aware of them and letting them finally be free. Allowing yourself to be free, to step into that next level you, that more empowered you that no longer needs that thing from your outer reality, that no longer feels like a hostage to that attachment in your outer reality, to that person, to that thing, to that circumstance. You are freeing yourself by feeling it, by accepting it. That's the catalyst of change right there, is acceptance. And you have to feel the emotions so you can then observe them and learn from them, get the wisdom from them and release them. Because the more that you avoid it, the more you're going to create it in your life. So stop giving it a reason to be there in the first place and give it to yourself. So one thing to think about is, what areas of your relationship or, you feeling lack in? What do you, like, when it has to be this way for me to be happy kind of thing? Like, when they act this way, I'll be happy. What is that telling you about yourself? What is that reflecting back to you about what you're not giving yourself? What you can give yourself? So you then can detach from needing it. And that's not saying that because your ego is going to want to be like, oh, well, they're going to get away with it. That's not right. But that's you not being the creator of your reality. You change by changing your inner world. You stop giving it a reason to be there. So whether that is maybe you're not meant to be, you gotta detach and not hold yourself to that one possibility. Detach and allow yourself to limitless possibility. Maybe you're not meant to be together. Or maybe that they're doing other things all along and that thing isn't really that big of a deal for you. This is part of yourself that needs love. Because that attached, codependent love is not as good as that detached, independent love. When you're both just being yourselves and you're not blaming each other, you're just leveling up together. And when you know that it's not them that's making you feel any kind of way, you don't have the need to argue so much. You can still, have those triggered moments where you just let them know, okay, I'm feeling triggered right now. I just need to step away for a moment. And just talk about it with them. Communicate without blaming each other. I can't tell you how much that changes a relationship when you both feel safe. Because I promise you, the only reason why you don't feel safe in your relationship, if you feel that way, if you feel like you can't be your full self, that's not them. That's a you thing. What part of you doesn't feel safe to express themselves? And journal about it. Talk to yourself about it. Ask your higher self. Just be with yourself and just sit there and just be in your body and you will learn all this stuff. Stop avoiding yourself. If you want some help doing this, I'm giving gift calls the rest of this month for my Practical Spirituality Challenge, and we can get to the root of it in less than 30 minutes. It's usually pretty apparent. And it's usually in all aspects of your life being reflected back to you. So if you want a belief clearing session, if you want to just talk about this stuff and, from your channel with your guides, your higher self, whatever that you need, I do that as well. But I know firsthand that when you are unwavering in your knowing, and you're choosing to believe that you are the controller of your reality, that you are the creator of your reality from your inner world. What you choose to believe is what you receive. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's just what you choose. That's why all your emotions are valid, all your perspectives are valid. There is no right, there is no wrong. There just is what you choose. Who you want to be in each moment. There's unaligned and aligned, that's it. So, I hope this helped who was supposed to help today. I know it helped me today when I was going through it myself. Getting downloads from my higher self through it, and I feel so much better. I feel so much freer just from detaching from those parts of myself and loving them. I know that you can always give yourself that gift of love and acceptance. That's ultimately what you're after in the first place. So, I love and accept you, and I will see you guys next time.